So I was talking to a good friend at Revolution Cards, where I go to as my new locals, and he wanted to learn the Centur-ion stuff since the way I played it with the horror stuff, he never seen it in action until I played him in a tournament, and he saw everything I can do with how I played it, and then I gave him most of my extra cards to get as close to finishing the deck as possible. We made the promise of I'm gonna give you these cards regardless of how expensive they are or not. And if you're not gonna use them, just give them back. But if you are gonna play them, there's no problem. Just play them and use them. If you choose not to in the future, just return them. And then he gave me a card, the new Emblem card that banishes. And then as soon as I saw it, I saw this combo in my head because I played the deck enough to know where to put in stuff. So I normally open up playing the deck my way with one of the side reflectors, and if it goes off, it goes into Primera, the new synchro, and then if I already have Oath, I will use her to search the other new emblem card, and it will serve as an interruption. So that's basically what this video is. If I didn't use that event son, then I could have had one more negate, but it plays out perfectly. So this is what I mean. I use that. I search out the other emblem, and then use that one to go full combo. But if I didn't have it, I will use it to search the regular emblem oath and go full combo, ending on 4 exceeds. So now I have everything, and then it serves as an interruption. Going uninterrupted. And I am playing meta decks in all of these videos. No stupid computer bots. And I'm trying to play with the deck so I can know what to do. I have the deck in real life, so just remembering there's a regionals. So I ended here because I used the horrors, and I used 2 of the horrors to go into the negate instead of just leaving them on board for interruption. And sometimes now the meta knows how to deal with them. So I figured this is 1 negate, this is 2 negate. I'll leave him on the field so we can go into another negate on their turn. So that's 3 negates and an interruption. So 1 negate, bring out. Going into the second negate. So I still have 2 negates and interruption. I use the interruption here, and then use the negate. So basically, he couldn't play through it at all. But this is what I thought of as soon as I saw Emblem Salvation. So if you have 1, you can just search this out. And if you have this, search out the regular one. So you can still get your search off. Unless you just want to search something afterwards. Now this one is with Chimeria, or whatever her name is. I like using her point blank because it's just perfect. Trying to remember when I get to her. The gate, right out. I think I saved the wrong video. No, this is the right one. So I'm playing Fire King Snake Eyes. I'm like, okay. No interruptions? Gotcha. I know what I want to do. I'm gonna sit on it while I do other stuff. So he activated 2 Snake Eye cards, and I turned the second Snake Eye its effect into set one Centur-ion card with the Chimera card. Or however the hell you say her name. So I had card advantage. And I know the deck normally combos off 2 cards. So I like that it actually use it. If I use it with M-Seti and stuff, then it's also good because if M-Seti gets ashed, I can set this in the back row and the ash will still go off. Easy push for game. Don't have to do much. Let's go to video 3. This is showcasing Village of the Spellcaster within the combo. Well, it's not in the combo, but you know I have to get to it. But within the combo, I draw. I know most decks are relying on spells, so I'm trying to get to Secret Village, which I happen to draw into Terraforming, which I'm going to search for Secret Village, but I want to get my negate up. And she's a spellcaster, just in case you didn't know. I'm like, okay, I know where you're going. I'm gonna hit that, negate the summoning, and everything else in his hands is spells. So I know the deck has spells, and he had no spellcaster, so she is a spellcaster. So he couldn't do nothing. So that's why I like running Secret Village in my deck. So if I could set everything up right with the negate and everything, and her on board, then Secret Village will just shut everything down if they have spells, and I have one negate, so you just negate anything that's a threat. Let's go to 4. This was me knowing I'm playing those dragon cards. I knew exactly what to search for my deck. The ones that synchro OTK. I'm like, alright, you negate that. So I like using Side Reflector package first too, because if they don't ash or stop, it goes completely off into the Centur-ion stuff, which goes right back into the Crimson Dragon stuff, which I feel like belongs to them, because they originally were meant to bring out Stardust Dragon to go into Stardust Assault mode, but instead of going 1 card Stardust Assault mode, you can now use this combo and go 4 synchros, including an Army negate of Blazar. And Blazar is better than Stardust Assault mode because it vanishes to negate its 4,000 attack and defense, and you can bring out 2. Oh, and I was showcasing. Where is he? That's not what I meant to do. Let's just get out of here. I was showcasing Chaos Angel, but this is me going into Side Reflector, and Side Reflector going full combo. I still like the Egyptian theme, so that's why I like the horror stuff. And the synchro stuff are just also another stuff I like. So here I managed to draw into 1, so I'm like, I'm gonna stop drawing right there and go full combo first. This will take out most of the cards from the deck, because it's like searching like 20 cards or so. I know I'm probably over exaggerating, but you're basically searching out cards to go into the combo. So I wanted to do the whole combo line and then use the last 2 draws to draw hand traps. This is Assault Sentinel full combo. And then you still have one more Horus in deck after using Coach to set up for Synchro on their turn. I'm not used to talking or explaining stuff except in real life, so it's kind of hard for me to make videos when I have to explain what the hell, how my mind is working. So I'm gonna pause right there. This is all turn 1. On my turn, I basically used 3 of the Horrors to go into Coach, draw 1. I drew into Assault Sentinel. Assault Sentinel goes into all 4 of these uninterrupted, if it's uninterrupted. So you have your 2 big boys set back, your Synchro on their turn, and then you can just go off from there. So basically you're going to have 2 lasers on their turn, and then this is just annoying. And like I said, I did full combo first, and then used Coach's last 2 draws and drew into nothing but hand traps. And then I come on the gate, bring out Ash, bring out the second, and they just scooped. So I just love the deck, and I love playing it my way with the Stardust Sumo stuff. And then this was, I don't understand. I know people be hacking stuff and cheating, but like I had this game, but it said, you'll see. And this is the one I was playing, those dragon monsters that synchro to OTK going second. But I knew exactly what I wanted to do within my deck to stop it. So within them, I wanted to go into to draw the trap, and then do Chaos Angel on their turn. So that's why I banished the token in this game. I know I can synchro on their turn no matter what with the field card, and just having this on board, Mseti with this, or using her. I sent Ringworm to the graveyard to send an Mseti to graveyard, but since I synchro point blank, if it's in the graveyard, when you synchro at any point of your turn, you can banish it from the graveyard to get a level 2 token that's also a tuner that's light. So then I wanted that there, so on their turn I know exactly what they're playing. I have this as a banish, and then I can special summon this and fuse and synchro with the token to go into Chaos Angel and banish another monster on turn 1, so that they don't get their dragons to OTK. These things. I don't know why he negated that, but okay. The Tenpai stuff. So I banished 1. It said this, so I'm like, tie? How the hell was it a tie in Eternal Era? But at this point, as soon as I played this, I summoned the other monster, and I wasn't going to synchro yet, because as soon as he summons this, it'll allow me to activate stand up, and then I'll synchro her since she's a dark, and this is a level 2 light tuner to go into Chaos Angel, and then on summoning Chaos Angel with it banished, and he can't OTK or do anything. I would have won, but don't know why I said this. And then this is the last duel. I'm just having fun, but now that I remember, there's normally a regionals in New York around Christmas in December. Now I have something to tune my deck to, like something to look forward to. So I'm going hard, trying to make it the best version as possible, the way I play it. Oh, this was interesting because this let me turn Mseti into this synchro. And I didn't know it. It kept saying that you can activate it. So I was like, out of curiosity, let me play it. And it turns Mseti into Primera. But Since she's not properly synchro summoned, you do not get her search, nor does she come back from the graveyard. Even if you do the full combo line and send the trap to the graveyard, you can't bring her back at all because she wasn't properly synchro summoned. You brought her out with duality. So it's just something to know if you want to run the duality. I'm kind of not liking it, so I'm still playtesting though. But duality's meant to turn her into Dragoon, which is a fun idea, but it's just not working for me, so I might just not care about it. Nor did I get my copies in the mail, and I ordered a while ago, so I was like, maybe it's not meant to be. But I thought that this was just fun to know that you can turn them setting into Primera and still synchro off if you wanted to. So I still ended up doing this. My one negate. Tries to draw Ash. You got nothing. Bring back both of my Crimson. It's basically a game. Because I got my 2 Blazar negates. And at this point I was just showing off. But if you want to see the deck list, I'll show you right quick. So I'm still messing around. It's over 40, but I'm trying to get it down to 40. I'll do an actual deck profile and go from there. These are MCETIs. Playing 1 Nibiru, 1 Ash, 2 Imperms. It was at 45, but this is what I got it down to, but I'm still like super debating it. I was running 3 of these and 2 Ashes, which made it 45. So like, let me try this, cut down to 2, because I still want to see the horror stuff. That's the part that I love, and the synchros are meant to do other things with it. Also to play around if I get hand trapped in something, I can still do more with these stuff, especially if I have her and then I do MCETI and MCETI gets ashed. I can set her in the back row and still go off. Like, they'll have to imperm her first or get rid of her before I can use MCETI. So it's getting them to use their hand traps more. I love Judas Worm, but it's like, I don't want to deter from the horror stuff because that's what I actually love. And these are all great. And I love that I put Assault Sentinels and the side stuff. As you can see, they're just wonderful stuff. And they also Ash bait. But if you're using Assault Sentinels effects, you are locked into synchros for the rest of the turn. You use him to bring out Side Reflector. But if you're just using Side Reflector, you can still go into your Exceeds and stuff. But just to know, he fully locks you out. While if you're playing Oath to set a Centur-ion, you're locked into Centurions from your extra deck so long as that monster remains face up on the field. So if you could get rid of that monster, then you could go into Exceeds or other synchros. But this locks you in. And I just like it because it's like Stardust stuff to me, because it's meant to bring out Stardust Assault mode. And instead of one card going to a 1 Stardust Assault mode, now you can bring out monsters that go into the Centur-ion and they go back into Crimson Dragon, which is a Stardust card. And Blazar is a better Stardust Assault mode because it's 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. And then you can bring out 2, 1 on your turn, 1 on their turn. So it's like double the Stardust Assault mode with a 35 hitter, 3,000, and a 26. And I still like using this, even though you can take it out. Because Ebon Sun, anything brought back from the graveyard, you could power up by 1,000. If all your monsters are destroyed by card effects, you get all of their attack points, original attack points, to your light points. If one of your cards is destroyed by battle, you get that monster added to your light points. If you discard a spell or trap for a card effect, you can bring back that spell or trap. And if I like using her too, this with Primera, because if she comes back from the graveyard, you could power her up by 1,000, making her 36. And sometimes they have a problem getting over any 3,000 monster, depending on what deck you're playing. So if she comes back as 36 and she can't be destroyed by battle, then it might be a problem for them. But you can use it with the horror stuff, and M said it will be 4,000 if you wanted to, or so forth. But that's it. Still working on it, so let's see where I go from there.